Hey guys, how's it going? My name's Austin, and thanks for watching Austin Cooks. I want to share with you guys my passion and what I really enjoy doing, and that's cooking and eating. I like both sides of it. So thanks for being a part of the very first episode. Now in today's episode, I'm going to be making shrimp tacos. I'm going to be showing you guys a step-by-step process and how I make them. I'll have all of the directions and the information down in the description below in case you want to follow along. And the best thing about cooking is that you can make your own alterations to how you like it. So if you don't like a certain ingredient that I use, you might find a better substitute for it. So that's just something to keep in mind as you're watching this video. Alright, so let's not waste any more time and let's get started. So one of the first things I did is wash these grape tomatoes. And what we're going to do now is cut them up. What I usually do is either cut them in halves or quarters, whichever one you prefer. Doesn't really matter too much. All right, so as you guys can see here are my chopped tomatoes, and I used about 3/4 of the container. This is a 10.5 ounce container right here, but you don't need to use all of them. You can even use less of what I used here. And a lot of what we're doing right now is preparing so that once we start cooking, we got everything ready to go. So what we're gonna do is put these tomatoes in a bowl. That way we can continue to use this to cut our onion. Right now I just have half of an onion, and like I said before, you can use more or less depending on your preference and like of onion. But regardless, you're gonna wanna chop this up really small into the smallest pieces possible. Alright guys, so here are my onions. As you can see, I tried to get them as small as I could, and those little dots in there are just seeds from some tomatoes that were left on the cutting board. So now that I've got my onions chopped, my tomatoes chopped, I'm gonna cut up some lemons, and I'm gonna use that to season the shrimp to give it a little bit more flavor. Alright, so let's go do that. Now with these lemons, you don't need too many, and before you cut them, I'd suggest rolling them out. That kind of helps get the juices going in them and makes it a little bit easier. Got my lemons all on a plate here. That way when the shrimp's cooking, I don't need to worry about cutting them. They're just right here and ready to go. So now I'm gonna cut up the shrimp. It's not too important which shrimp you use because some people might have different preferences. Just make sure that the tail's cut off and any unwanted parts aren't on the shrimp. Oh, and guys, I forgot to mention one thing about the shrimp is that you're gonna wanna cut it up into bite-sized pieces. So if it's about this big or so, give or take, you'll probably want to either cut it in thirds or in half, whichever you prefer. So this is the result of 3 pounds of shrimp. And now I'm going to use a little bit of lemon that we cut up before, and we're ready to start cooking. All right, so for the pan right here, I just have a tablespoon of butter. And so now we're gonna add our tomatoes and our onions, and then add a little bit of salt and pepper with them. And then to the side right here, we've got our oil heating up. That way we can make some fried tortillas. So we're gonna let this cook for about 3 to 5 minutes. So it's been 3 to 5 minutes. So we're going to now put our shrimp in with some more butter or olive oil or vegetable oil, whichever you prefer. We're also gonna add some Old Bay seasoning. This you don't wanna go light on because that is what's gonna give it a lot of flavor. Next, we'll add some more pepper to it, some more salt, and some more garlic powder. Well, actually, just some garlic powder because we haven't added any in. And this you can eyeball because it's all going to be on preference. But for me, I like a lot of this Old Bay seasoning. This is what the Old Bay seasoning looks like. And at this time also, we'll squeeze some more lemon juice on the shrimp. And then this we're going to let cook for 8 to 10 minutes to ensure that it is fully cooked and that all the flavors have enough time to, get to know each other and really, absorb all of the flavor. So in the meantime though, what we're gonna do is start cooking the tortillas right here. And for that, I'm gonna let my wife take over, and because she is a pro when it comes to them, so.
Okay.
What is your method, McKenna, in cooking these fried corn tortillas?
All right, so you get the corn tortilla in the hot oil for a few seconds.
And flip it immediately almost?
Yeah, like
All
once
right.
you see bubbles. And then you hold it. Like I'm curling it, shaking it. For a few seconds. And I'll flip it. This oil is super hot.
Yeah, it's getting some nice color to it though.
Alright, then I go like that. Flip it over here. Salt it a little bit. Bada boom, bada bing.
All right. And we've got about 3 more minutes or so with this shrimp, but it is looking really good so far.
Actually, it's going to be Thursday night and a Friday morning, so I think by Friday afternoon, the sun will be back. Pretty mild over the weekend. Could be some afternoon breezes as we warm up from the mid-60s to about 70. Clouds increase Sunday night, and then Monday we'll have yet another.
Well, how do you feel about them?
So good. Where's my... So yummy. I put mango salsa in this one, and then just normal salsa in that one.
Ooh, nice, nice. I just put avocado and Cholula sauce in one, and then another Cholula. And if you guys want some of these taco holders right here, you can find them on Amazon. All right, guys, so thank you so much for watching the very first episode of Austin Cooks.
We're really happy to be able to give the people what they want. Many people have asked Austin to make these videos about cooking, and he's like, no, it has to be fashion. No, I'm not cool enough. No, I'm not Rachel Ray. And the people say, we don't care, we want you. Okay, yeah, I'm not.
Please let me know in the comment section below what kinds of foods you'd like to learn how to make, or what kinds of meals you'd like to learn how to prepare, because that's the whole point of this. I just want to help you guys, maybe even broaden your horizon as to what foods you like or what you'd be willing to try, because honestly 5 years ago I didn't really enjoy shrimp, but now I really like it. So I know this video wasn't perfect by any means, but please just be patient with me as I go throughout this journey. And hopefully you guys learned a little bit about cooking, or about a new meal that you can prepare for you or your family or your loved ones. So thanks guys for watching the very first episode of Austin Cooks, and I'll see you next time.